Welcome to the Pulse O2DA Hot Wash. Mike Smock here along with Ron Danielowski.
Hello.
Now let's talk about long guns.
Okay.
As you know, a lot of our students who go through our two-day handgun course start to have questions about long guns, and quite often about the AR-15 platform, only because it gets so much coverage today in the gun press.
Sure.
So I thought it'd be interesting if we kind of did a primer on the AR-15 platform. Okay. We do a shotgun later, but why don't we start off with, Ron, by explaining some of the issues regarding a long gun and why you might want to purchase a long gun.
Yeah, it's a legitimate question. With a long gun, the benefit, Mike, is really more power, and that's what we're looking for. We always advise our clients to shoot the largest caliber. In the same case of handguns, handguns are capable of comfortably shooting for a number of reasons, and we can talk about that later. And now we transition to the long gun. Why? Because it has a potential for more power behind it, whether it's a shotgun or a rifle. That more power translates to the ability to stop the threat all the faster. So when we talk about long guns, whether it's a rifle or a shotgun, now we're just starting to balance out in the choice between those two, definitely being ballistically superior to any handgun out there. And now we're going to fine-tune whether we want the shotgun or the AR.
Okay. Why don't I go behind the camera and drive, and you can go ahead and show what your AR-15 looks like, okay. and so help answer the questions that some of our new students might have about whether or not they want to upgrade and look at an AR-15.
Okay. Okay, let me start by saying the AR platform you're looking at here is highly customized for me. And what I mean by that is this is the configuration I like it in for me, and if your AR isn't like this when you purchase it or you start upgrading it, don't feel it has to look like this or have these specific gadgets on it. There are some niceties on here, and there's some necessities that we can talk about. So let's talk about the two main components to the AR. The AR ingeniously has two huge pieces, interestingly enough called the upper receiver, and then this lower portion here is the lower receiver. On this lower receiver, starting from the back, working our way forward a bit, you're going to see this buttstock. This happens to be a collapsible buttstock. That is strictly a preference. I like the collapsible buttstock, you may not. Many of these come with just a fixed buttstock. Attached to the buttstock, you'll see this tactical sling here. And the tactical sling is, really it is more of a necessity than it is a nicety, because what it allows you to do is deploy the weapon quickly with a little bit of support, and at the same time, if you need to get rid of it, you need to climb a wall or whatever it is, you can throw this thing around your back. If your primary weapon, the AR in this case, goes down, it allows you to just drop it, transition to a backup, and continue to fight. So as we move forward on the lower receiver, what you're going to see here on this side, which you normally don't see on an AR, is a ambidextrous safety. Normally the AR safety is on this side. I like to have the ambidextrous because I shoot both in left and right-handed, depending on what the tactical situation is. And it's a nicety, but it's verging on the necessity. As we look below the selector lever or the safety switch, in this case, we have the pistol grip. Just in front of that, we have the trigger guard. Right above this trigger guard here, we have the trigger itself. As we move up and just a little bit further, you're going to see the magazine release. When that is depressed, that allows you to drop out the source of ammunition, the magazine. Underneath this, just forward and lower, is the magazine well. So that pretty much covers the lower receiver. Now let's start on the upper receiver. On the upper receiver here, you're going to see this portion right here. This is called the charging handle. When I pull back on the charging handle, it pulls back on the bolt carrier and the bolt group itself, which is that little silver piece you see sliding back and forth here. And it is forward, and above that is my rear sight. Now, this is a necessity, this isn't a nicety. You're going to want iron sights for when your optics go down. This is my optic. You don't have to have this type, there are many on the market. This allows me the luxury of seeing at night as far as where the rifle is pointing. If I start moving forward on this upper receiver, again, here you see that ejection port. This has a dust cover to it, and all that allows me to do is keep the bolt a little bit cleaner by closing it when I need to. As I start moving forward here, you're going to see this big black tube. This is the hand guard. This protects my hand from the heat of the barrel up here if you start shooting a lot real fast. And as I continue to move forward, you're going to see the front sight, which is a necessity. And for me, I have this tactical light up here, which I consider a necessity when we're talking about combative shooting. You know, it's a nicety when you're competing, but it's a necessity when we're doing what we're talking about is fighting to save our lives. So this pretty much covers the AR-15 platform. Again, this one is highly customized to me. Yours doesn't have to look like this. You can fight and win a fight with just a out-of-the-box AR-15 without some of these niceties.
Okay, I think when you're looking at pricing on AR-15s, it seems to me you can buy a basic AR-15 $800–900.
Absolutely, you can have a good fighting rifle for it.
And depending upon your optics, which tend to be the most expensive piece here, you can go $600, $700, $800 easily on optics. Which for a lot of people taking our course, like our 2-day rifle course, you certainly don't need to be that fancy on your optics. So bottom line to this, to get into it initially, you're probably looking at less than $1,000.
Sure.
And we have on our website, we have a short PDF we put together about selecting your first handgun, rifle, and shotgun, which will give you some interesting pointers that you might want to
That's correct.
think about when you do go out to purchase your rifle if you decide to buy one. So Ron, thank you for the tour. We do have a 1-day, 2-day, and 4-day rifle course for those of you that are interested. Please visit our website where we have a course schedule up. And if you have any questions, you can call us or email us off of the website. I want to thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Pulse O2DA Hot Wash. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
See you in the future.